Dean Elgar emphasized the importance of having a winning mentality going into this test series. And it was all in his press conference. And I thought that I'll give you guys a reaction ahead of the first match between Australia and South Africa at the Gabba. So this is also a call-in show for you guys to be able to call in and have your say on the comments. So while I'm reacting, you guys can call in and have your say with me if you'd like. You can give me your comment section in the live chat. You can comment in the live chat and let me know what you think about the comments being made by Dean Elgar. But this is a nice way for us as fans to prepare for the test series. It's going to be a hectic night, hectic evening, guys. I'm obviously going to be up all evening so that I can cover this to the best of my ability, of course. But before we get going, before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell for all future video. Also, download the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight to your inbox every single month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. It's the mentality of a winner, which actually kind of fits perfectly with regards to this particular episode of the Daily Show. What I also would like you guys to please do is to also get involved with the Patreon account. If you want to help us grow and promote South African cricket, click on the link on the screen or in the description for you guys to go to our Patreon account, pick a tier to help us promote and grow South African cricket, but also help us grow as a company if you guys want to help us out there too with donations. Then you can also go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your regular updates. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into today's video. Looking forward to discussing everything with you. A very good evening and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host, Khalid, and this is the show where we talk about all the major talking points in South African cricket. But today it's a reaction video. It's my reaction to Dean Elgar's press conference and what he had to say ahead of the first test, which is happening obviously in the early hours of the morning in South Africa. So we're going to be up all together to cover this game as best as we can. I'm hoping that some South Africans will stay awake for this as too. It's going to be an epic clash between two very competitive nations. So let's get into it. We had a preview show as well yesterday for this series, but we also have an opportunity for you guys to call in and have your say today. You guys can obviously talk to us and let us know what you think about what Dean Elgar had to say as well. So let's get straight into today's video. We're going to be reacting to this, of course. Let's see what Dean Elgar had to say in today's in the presser ahead of this match.
2012 and 2016. What does it take to win here in Australia?
A lot of courage. You got to have the mindset of play to win. That's kind of something that I've been speaking at length within our group, within our squad. Australia is a really tough place to play cricket, but it's also such a rewarding place to play if you get things right. You got to take your opportunities. I think that kind of ties in with general Test cricket around the world. But yeah, playing Test cricket in Australia is such a privilege, and yeah, you got to go beyond. You got to go beyond what you used to, and yeah, you actually got to savor the moment. It's massive, and yeah, the legacy and history with South African cricket and Australian cricket is so rich, and yeah, we just another great talented group that can achieve something great in the future.
You see, I'm hoping that obviously this isn't just an opportunity for Dean Elgar and the team just to score runs, etc., or to win a game. I want to see them do it in the right way too. You don't just want to see them win games only. Of course, yes, you want to see them win the game. But what I would like to see from this group of players is the right attitude. So even if they do lose, I want to see them play with the right attitude and the right mentality going into this game. So it's nice to see the year that Dean Elgar has been speaking about that. It's not necessarily something that I feel needs to happen when it comes to Australia, but it's good to reiterate those moments and those facts because I think that a lot of the players will be riled up to beat Australia anyway. So I think Dean Elgar is going to have to show what he is saying with the bat. He's going to have to perform as a player and as a captain.
was going to say, is it even tougher but when you start here at the Gabba and the record, obviously, that Australia has?
No, I must say we don't have any dirty laundry when it comes to playing at the Gabba because we haven't played here yet. So as a group, we're pretty fresh and pretty unique to the surroundings. Yeah, the history here is obviously not in our favour, and that's okay. So yeah, like I say, we don't have any dirty laundry when it comes to playing here. We've got a young group and also an experienced group. And yeah, I think the fact that we haven't had any failures here yet, it might work in our favour. So yeah, we're looking forward to the opportunity. It's almost like a surreal moment for us. We've been here for 2 weeks and we've been salivating a little bit for this moment. And yeah, we're looking forward to get going. Yeah.
So they do sound completely ready for this match. Salivating, he used is the word. It is a bit of a worry though. They're not familiar with the conditions at the Gabba, of course. They haven't played there before, so they don't know what to expect. But it's important and it's pivotal for this particular bowling attack to a batting attack, sorry, to be able to score runs. We need them to be able to score some runs. If the top order don't play, it's going to be very, very, very hard for us to win this match and put ourselves in a strong position. And there is experience and there is youngsters, but I feel that the captain is the most important person. I think Dean Elgar at the top of the order for me is the most important person when it comes to this game. I think he needs to take responsibility and try to score runs. I'll be very happy if he can do so because he is in a kind of a lean spell in Test cricket for the Proteas specifically in the long format.
Have you seen the pitch and what do you make of it?
It looks like this grass I'm standing on at the moment. But in saying that, the green colour doesn't scare us. You know,
good.
this is one of the wickets that if you get in, you can really capitalise with. You know, from a bowling point of view, there's a length that you have to really hit, and you can get some rich rewards out of that. But no, the wicket does look a little bit friendly for our bowling unit, which is nice. But in saying that, the green colour doesn't really scare us. We come from South Africa where the wickets are pretty green and juicy, and so from a personal point of view, I don't really shy away from that, and I know our batters that we have in our group don't shy away from that either. But yeah, it should be interesting. I don't know if the sun that's been baking on the wicket might change the colour a little bit. But in saying that, our practice wickets have also been pretty green, but they've been pretty nice in fair. Good competition between bat and ball. Ball nips around a little bit, which is okay. So yeah, again, going.
You've had guys like JP Dumini and Bravuma, and he was very gritty and played some key innings. You say go above and beyond. In your batting order, who see might announce themselves in the way that Jay did in that first one that you won in this streak of 3?
Yeah, he did it in 2008 though, so that's quite a long time ago. But I think all the batters have to stand up. I mean, that's been a bit of a talking point that's been surrounding our batting units of late. And again, I've never shied away from that. It's time for the guys to rise up. It's time for myself personally to really put my hand up and make a massive call and make a massive play for us. But in saying that, we've got a really talented group. They're just a little bit inexperienced when it comes to Test cricket, but that's okay. They don't have a lot of baggage again coming into the series. They, again, massively talented. They just need to take the opportunities when they come their way.
That word baggage again gives me nightmares because that was a word that was heavily used in the 2019 World Cup with Otis Gibson, that the players are not coming with baggage into the tournament, and that might work in their favor. I don't know. It can work either way. I'm going to remain positive. I mean, this is something I do like about Dean Elgar, is that he takes responsibility when things go wrong. He's admitted that he needs to also score runs and he hasn't been in best form. So I like that from the captain. He stepped up and he explained that, and he's made it very clear that he needs to also set the example. So I like that from the skip.
Given that you've got an imposing, a really imposing pace attack, and with what you've set out there on the pitch, Do you have any temptation to, if you win the toss, to make the most of it with your fast bowling attack?
You're going to have to wait and see tomorrow. Hopefully I'll win the toss and then you'll see what happens.
Got a big smile on your face that suggests maybe yes.
Well, you can read into it whichever way you want to read into it. I'm not going to give anything away. But I think with regards to our bowling is our strength, and I'd rather be facing them in the nets than in the game. So there is temptation, no doubt, but I think generally in Australia you want to bat first. Runs on the board is massive. But I'm not going to make a decision just yet. We've still got so much turnaround time until the test to make those final calls.
Every time you hear the word...
Sorry,
sorry.
Go, Mal.
Speaking of giving anything away, final decisions, have you settled on an 11 yet?
Yeah, now we have 11, and again, I've always been kind of true to the squad. You'll see that on game day. I'm not the kind of captain that would give that away a day before the game. Again, true to the squad. That's just how we roll, and we've been doing that for years, and I'm not going to change it because of a series against Australia. So I'm still sticking to what we've been doing in the past.
Yeah, and just on that though, what are the things that you've been
Sounds like a
considering when it comes
6-5,
to balance?
guys.
What kind of questions?
Look, our strength is our bowlers, no doubt. So you got to give your bowlers the resources to obviously take 20 test wickets, which is not an easy feat. It's hard work. I'm a pro full fast bowlers with a spinner. Kesh has been an amazing asset for our squad and our team. I think when he's obviously played, we've had really good success. So I think the balance is maybe the 6 and 5 option. But also the 7 and 4 is not off the table.
No,
again, I'm not going to give you guys anything, but I think what helps us out from balance point of view is obviously having that extra spinner, or having the spinner, and obviously the all-rounder aspect, which is big. And we've got to use our big fast bowlers as well. That's been one of our catalysts for us being in the position that we are at the moment.
Dino flirting with the media over there. I mean, it sounds to me like he's feeling just like the fans are, either or, but he did say he favors that 6-5 split because of Kesh as a spinner. And I also do. I've said this many times before on the previous shows that I'm favoring the 6-5, but I wouldn't be upset if they go with 7-4. It's not that type of situation. I just want to see the players play with the right mentality and the right attitude. Attitude is everything for me. If they show the right body language on the field and they show the right attitude and they play with fight and fierce and they're fierce and they don't give up when things are going bad for them, that's the Proteas players team that I want to see play. Just play with the passion and the pride that makes you South African. We all know about it. South Africans, we are like that. We're passionate people. We are proud people. So play for the nation for that badge on your chest. That's all we can ask for from the likes of the Proteas.
Every time you hear the word sandpaper gate, do you think... I carried my bat for 143 in that test match, by the way. And on a serious note, you scored 200s against Australia. And they are really largely all the rest of the batters have got to look up to. Do you carry that weight on your shoulders?
I always carry the weight of scoring runs. I am the senior batter. With my external pressures of being a captain, I've got to score runs for the team. Very much aware of that. But thank you for mentioning that, because that also happened in the sandpaper gate. But anyways, that's history. But the weight and the burden is always on my shoulders. I am the senior statesman when it comes to the batting. I've got to lead from the front. I am the captain. It's always something that I thrive on. I think I actually brings the best out of me when I have that responsibility. So it's I think it's just the pressures of what it takes to be a Test cricketer. Everyone has those pressures. I just like to take the responsibility a little bit further.
You know, I actually like the fact that Dean has kept his cards close to his chest. I know a lot of people say we want to know the team beforehand and all of those type of things, and some people have said that in the past in the live chat. And I know England are the type of team to release their team way before the time. They're not scared of keeping their cards close to their chest anyway. So, but I like it from Dean Elgar, especially when you have a new bunch of players and maybe a couple of surprises in your squad. Keeping your cards close to your chest is an admirable trait to have, I think, in this particular admirable decision to make in this particular test match. But that's just my view.
Following on from the deal there with the hundreds of pitch, particularly in Cape Town, it's a very similar attack to what you'll see out there tomorrow. What lessons will you take from facing those guys there into tomorrow?
Yeah, you're making me think back now. I actually can't even remember the bowling attack then. It's been a blur. But I know the Aussie attack is always it's always one that you have to compete hard with. I know if you implement yourself as a batting unit, you can actually get through the tough times. There's going to be a lot of tough times, don't get me wrong. But you have to really knuckle down and grind out, irrespective of what the conditions have in front of us. As a batting unit, you have to implement your basics and you got to knuckle down. So yeah, the bowling unit they put out is always going to be something that's going to keep you busy. So yeah, it's always a exciting prospect facing the Aussie attack. Facing any test attack is always an exciting opportunity. But yeah, what happened in 2018, the bowling attack that they had was also a very competitive bowling attack, no doubt. But I think at the moment they're a little bit more established from a bowling point of view. Got to be mindful and respectful around that. But yeah, we know if we implement our things, we can get through it.
So 2018 was a really ugly tour.
Really? I thought it was great.
You batted beautifully, but in terms of behaviour, it was really ugly. What are you expecting this time around?
Hopefully none of the above, the history and tradition with South African cricket, Australian cricket is so rich, and I've seen a few videos of late which you actually go back and you pinch yourself thinking like, we've got an amazing opportunity now. Hopefully it's played in a good spirit. I know there's always there will be moments, no doubt, where there's going to be a few feisty encounters, no doubt, and hopefully it doesn't reach a stage that we experienced in 2018.
There's always something in these Australia games, though. We know that for a fact. I mean, every tour that we went there as well, there's been issues, there's been things, there's something dramatic thing happens, or something that is outlier-ish, I would say. Something that you can't maybe predict and you don't know that's going to happen. So I'm hoping that this is going to have some drama at least to cover, because it makes it a little bit more exciting. I'm not hoping that someone cheats or someone causes a issue like the sandpaper gate, but it would nice to have some spice and some fight in this particular team. How's it, Devon?
You guys talked about that?
No, not at all.
It's just an expectation within the team.
I think what's happened in the past has happened. I've mentioned this before. There's no grudges to what has happened, but we know we want to win. They want to win. There's always going to be a moment where, I mean, egos and the heat of the moment gets to the guys. But I think it will be better controlled this time around.
I was just going to say on that, like, you don't have to, do you feel like when you go out there, given the history in the past, you don't have to say anything? Do you just feel like mentally, in a way, you do have some kind of hold on the Australian team, given the history?
That's a interesting question, because you can always go with the psychology with it. I'm not a leader that's going to go into that. I think it's unfair. I think what's happened in the past is the past, and let's just leave it at that. I really want to play a bloody good test series. I'm sure they also want to play a good test series, but hopefully not as good as us. So no, I don't think there's a hold on it. I think what's happened in the past is done. If they've got added issues with regards to that, then that's their thing. But with regards to my team, we haven't spoken about it once. It's history for us, and hopefully we can have a really, really well competed test series going forward.
Yes, please.
Last couple of questions. We'll start with Anne.
The one member of the Aussie attack wasn't in the team last time. Is Scott Boland, who's had a tremendous start to his test.
Scott Boland, I'm a bit worried about.
Looking at what's made him successful early on and how you might combat that.
We've watched a few videos, don't get me wrong. We definitely do our analysis from a batting point of view. But yeah, he's obviously had some really good success of late. mindful and respectful around that. I mean, he's playing for Australia, so he must be a pretty good bowler. But I think we're trying to focus on what we can focus on. Like I've said, we've seen videos and we've done what we can do. But for me, it's about focusing on what we can focus on, and that's ultimately putting the batters and the players in the best space that we can. So we do our work, and we don't overdo it. We overdo our training and the focus that we can focus on. But yeah, he's been a handful, don't get me wrong, and yeah, looking forward to the contest, no doubt.
Just on the 6 and 5. Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Dean, you held the trophy before. It doesn't have a name. Do you have any thought on what it should be called? Should it have a name? So, between two great countries.
Yeah, there should be a name, I guess. I guess obviously what tells you in the past of what series has happened is always like two former players that's been rich in South African and Australian history. But I'm not going to name the thing. I mean, it's a trophy and we're all playing for the thing bloody hard. So yeah, I guess maybe they can come up with something. I really hope it's going to be something that lasts for longevity and there's a history and legacy behind it.
I like Dean Elgar press conferences, guys.
The England series, it was obviously you were disappointed when you were talking to us then. And you basically said, we've got to go back to South Africa and find status. So having gone through that process, I was just wondering the process you went through to find the ones that you've got now, just how happy you are with the group you've got now.
I'm happy with the group we have now. Obviously, you have to go back home, debate about it. We have selectors for a reason. I ultimately don't put the guys in the squad. Selectors are there for a reason. So all I can do is give them feedback and hope they make the right decisions. And I think they've done the right decision so far. So yeah, pretty confident going forward.
Just on the 6 and 5, Dean, if Jansen batted 7, have you got faith in him that he can be an all-rounder that can hold up that position, and why?
No doubt. I think I see a lot more than what the media and the public see.
Well, not me.
He's
Dean,
someone
not
that's
me.
really won us test matches in the past. With a bat, I can just refer back to Lords where he really put up his hand and put in a massive performance in with regards to the bat. He's still so raw when it comes to test cricket, and it's pretty exciting for us. But yeah, he's still a young player and he's immensely inexperienced when it comes to the test level. But his talent it's huge. That's why I say I see a lot more than what the other people see. But yeah, he's definitely an all-rounder for us in the future, and I reckon if he does everything well, he's going to be an all-rounder for the next 10 years for us. And very confident with his ability.
Me too. I'm also very, very confident about his ability as well. I think Marco Jansen is grossly underrated with regards to his ability with the bat. I think when he puts his mind to it and he's fully concentrated and he needs to dig something out, he tends to find a way. And I'm hoping that this series he can show that. But I also hope that he doesn't have to show it. I hope that we're in a situation where he doesn't need to come out and necessarily score runs and with all the pressure on him. From the Proteas perspective over here, I think it was a good press conference. He answered all the questions quite well. He was a little bit humorous too, so I enjoyed it. But this right here, Pratik, I hope that the Proteas have this in their mind. Can SA restore the faith of the fans after what happened in England T20 World Cup? Because that's the main thing. Restore our faith in you guys. Because a lot of us were completely traumatized by that World Cup defeat to Netherlands, I feel. Purely because of the body language and the energy level shown. I don't think that the energy level shown was respectable enough or worthy of our support in that manner, I feel. But I hope they turn it around. It's a different unit. I mean, obviously a different captain too. I don't think Dean Elgar will allow a team to slouch around and do things either. If they decide to name the trophy between SA and Australia, it can be named the Ponting Smith Cup or Kepler Wessels Cup, as he played for both Proteas and Australia. Interesting call over there. I don't know what they can call it. And then there's a rich history between the two, and it always guarantees some fighting spirit within it. So I hope that they think something like that, something with a clash, or something that highlights the fact that this is a massive clash between two powerful nations. Guys, that's my reaction to Dean Elgar's video. Go check out a couple of things on the website too. I want you guys to just have a look at some of the stuff that we have on the website. I'm going to take you through it right now. There's a couple of things that will get you ready for this particular test match. And it's important that you guys support us here too, because cricketfanaticsmag.com is our main website. And we've got a couple of things over here that you guys can have a look at ahead of this match that will prepare you for this match. So first and foremost, we've got this on top. Australia's really a really tough place to play cricket, is what Dean Elgar had to say. There's a little article over here with the comments that Dean Elgar had to say heading into this particular match. It also has the times of the match as well. So go ahead and check this out. This is a nice piece for you to write if you haven't got an opportunity to watch this full press conference. I obviously reacted to it on this video, but it gives the full squad. It gives the venues of when everything is being played as well, and obviously the press conference we've just watched right now. Then also what we also have on cricketfanaticsmag.com is a preview of the test series, of the first test. It was done by Abai. Please, guys, go have a look at this as well and see what he had to say in his take ahead of this match. I think that he made some good points about the makeup of the team, about how he thinks South Africa will obviously line up, etc. So please go and have a look at this preview. He's gone and he's given a nice summary of what he thinks Australia will do, as well as what he thinks that South Africa will do, and also the weather report for the week, as well as our preview as well. We also have got a couple of features that you guys can go have a look at as well on the website. Please support us throughout the series. We need the views, guys. We need all the views that we can get. We also have a feature on on Markram. We've got a feature on Marco Jansen, Ryan Rickleton. So a lot of things happening. And the WSL, guys, we cover the WSL as well. There are some stories on the site. It was obviously rained out today, which spoiled a couple of things as well with regards to that. So, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell for all future videos. Download the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight to your inbox every month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. This is the latest issue on screen now. It's a free subscription. Every issue is free. You don't have to pay a cent, guys. All you have to do is to sign up and give me your email address. With regards to our Patreon account, this will help us promote and grow South African cricket, but it will also help us promote this business, grow this business, get equipment, all of those type of things. It really helps. Please put a smash on the like, a smash on the video, a comment and share as well. This will get us to trend in all on YouTube as well with regards to cricket. So please get involved with that too. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Rest before the match, and I'll see you guys after the game with a review show. Take care, everyone. Peace out, and I'll see you very soon.